Hello, everyone. It's my honor to present our paper, Understanding Ethereum Memory Pool Security Under Asymmetric Denial of Service by Symbolized Stateful Fuzzing. I'm Yibo Wang, and I'm a final year PhD student in Syracuse University, and I'm currently on job market. This is the joint work with Dr. Yuzhe Tang, Dr. Li, Wanning, and Zhihua. In Ethereum, a transaction sent from a Web3 client is first buffered in memory pool. Periodically, the validator reads the unconfirmed transaction from memory pool. It then validates the transactions and includes them in the next block. From this transaction workflow, we can see memory pool is a very important point in Ethereum. What happens if a memory pool service is denied? The validator cannot read unconfirmed transaction from memory pool and is forced to produce empty block. In addition, the transaction sent from Web3 client cannot be finalized in blockchain in time. It may cause financial loss of the blockchain user and victimize the ecosystem in the long run. From the attacker's perspective, a better way to deny a memory pool service is at asymmetrical low cost. We call it Adams attack. Specifically, Adams attack means the adversary transaction fee paid by the attacker is significantly lower than the victim transactions. In current research work, the only known Adams attack are DETER, which is published in CCS 21, and MemPurge, which is also present here in Security 2024. These attacks are very practical and tested successful on Ethereum testnet as shown in this Etherscan screenshot. However, current research work lacks a comprehensive understanding on this subject. Both of these two attacks are manually discovered. Due to the fast evolution of blockchain software, manual inspection is a very cumbersome solution in practice. In this work, we want to answer the research question, how to automatically discover memory pool denial of service vulnerabilities. To find vulnerability in software, a common method is using fuzzing. However, when it comes to fuzzing memory pool in blockchain system, there are unique challenges that make existing blockchain fuzzer ineffective. For instance, our target is find design flaw, not to find implementation bugs or crashes. Therefore, AFL and log key does not work. In addition, mempool's input space is larger than consensus protocols. Specifically, consensus protocol only deal with valid transaction, while memory pool takes in invalid transactions and transactions of varying prices. Besides, fuzzing memory pool is not a differential fuzzing problem. As two nodes memory pool differ doesn't mean failure. So differential fuzzer like Fluffy does not apply. To tackle these challenges, we present MPFUZZ, a symbolized stateful memory pool fuzzer for finding denial of service vulnerabilities. Fuzzing memory pool present new unique challenges, that is huge search space for generating input transaction sequence. To address this challenge, we implement stateful fuzzing by exploring memory pool states. But it still remains the state explosion problem. To address it, our key idea is searching symbolized transaction and memory pool states rather than concrete ones. Our observation is memory pool implementation in real world accepts transaction based on abstract symbols rather than specific value. For example, sending two future transactions will trigger the same memory pool behavior repeatedly, no matter the sender account or nonce value. We assign a unique symbol to each group of concrete transactions that triggers the same memory pool behavior. That way, searching for one transaction is enough to cover all others associated with the same symbol. We summarize transaction space into 7 symbols and cover one transaction per symbol during fuzzing. A typical stateful fuzzing workflow contains 5 steps, including seed selection, transaction mutation, transaction execution, triggering bug oracle, and state feedback. In this workflow, we customize 4 parts as marked in orange, including seed energy, transaction mutation, bug oracle, and state feedback. We propose 2 bug oracle, eviction bug oracle and locking bug oracle. In this talk, my main focus is on introducing eviction bug oracle. If a transaction sequence transitions the memory pool states from an initial state to an end state, we call it a successful eviction attack if 2 things happen. First, the attack damage is full, which means after the attack, there's no normal transaction left in memory pool. Second, the attack cost is low, which means the adversary transaction fee in the end state is lower than the victim transaction fee in the initial state multiplied by a small factor. In transaction mutation, transactions are instantiated by symbols based on the given states. In our fuzzing approach, we select seed states from seed database based on energy. The energy of a state is determined by its symbolized cost. The idea is to identify and select the states that are more likely to trigger the bug oracle. State feedback is also important. It involves 2 key factors. First, we consider symbolized state coverage feedback. Next, we evaluate state promisingness in reaching bug oracle. It involves fewer normal transactions or lower adversary transaction in the end state compared to the initial state. MPFUZZ can rediscover DETER attack. It can also find new eviction attacks on latest Ethereum clients. The new eviction attacks are more stealthy. It turns valid transaction into invalid transaction. It includes turning the valid transaction into overdraft transaction or future transaction. The new eviction attack has larger impact. The attack workload can propagate to all the nodes in the network, which means all the nodes in the network are under attack. We have identified this turning-based attack in Ethereum client, including Go Ethereum, Besu, Aragon, and Nethermind, as well as Ethereum-like clients, including Flashbolt, AgenFi, Bloxroot, and Binance. We also find a new attack pattern to lock the memory pool. In locking attack, the attacker sends adversary transactions with low cost to occupy the memory pool. It then declines the normal incoming transactions. We find this locking attacks in Ethereum clients, including Wrath and OpenEthereum. We implement 4 baseline fuzzers to evaluate the performance efficacy of the techniques proposed in MPFUZZ as an application study. In baseline B1, we implement a stateless fuzzer. In baseline B2, we use concrete state coverage as feedback. In baseline B3, we use number of invalid transactions as energy based on B2. We remove the state promisingness feedback from MPFUZZ as baseline B4. The result shows MPFUZZ can achieve more than 100 times speed up against these 4 baselines in detecting DETER attacks. This research is supported by Ethereum Foundation and NSF awards. We have documented the bugs we found in the website shown on the right side. Ethereum Foundation confirmed our bug and award us bug bounty. You can access our open source code in the website shown on the left side. And you can also access our paper through this QR code. Thank you for your attention.